Students, Sairam, this is Megha Miss here, and today we will start with a new lesson number 8, that is metallurgy. This is our session 1 student. Okay, I hope we have done long back with our chapter number 6, that is refraction of light. You have understood, you have went through the notes also. Okay, so we'll start with the lesson metallurgy. Now from the name of the chapter metallurgy, you must be knowing, or you must have got an idea that we are going to study something related to metals and non-metals. Okay, and we will see how we can extract them in this lesson. Okay, so starting, we'll just see a short introduction. Earth was born about 4.5 billion years ago. Various formative processes have been taking place in the core of the earth and its surroundings since its creation till today. So many processes are going on. These have resulted in the formation of various ores, liquids and gases. This you know, you have lot of ores, you have liquids and the gases in nature. Okay, so the substances around us are in the form of some or the other elements or their compounds. Yes, whatever you see around yourself, there you contain some of the elements are present in them, or their compounds it might be. Okay, in the beginning, elements were classified in accordance with their chemical and physical properties into the types metals, non-metals and metalloids, and these are in use even today. Yes, we are using this. You have studied in the lesson, right? Periodic classification, right? That you have the metals, non-metals and metalloids, and all of them have got a proper place in our periodic table. Okay, our modern periodic table. Yes, so we will see the next part now, the chemical properties of metal. Now students, if you open your text or if you see the textbook, in the starting you have got the physical properties of metals and non-metals. It has been reduced from your syllabus this year. You don't have it now. So directly we will start with the chemical properties of the metals. Okay students, physical properties of the metals and non-metals, most of you have studied the difference between metals and non-metals, so you have got an idea about the physical properties as well, but you don't have to study it for this year. Okay, so metals are reactive. Yes, they are reactive. They lose electrons easily. Yes, we have studied this also, and become positively charged ions. Yes, that is why metals are called electropositive elements. Important line to remember. Okay. Now, reactions of metals. We'll start with the reactions directly. Now, the A reaction of metals with oxygen. First, we will see how the metals react with oxygen. Now, metals combine with oxygen on heating in the air and metal oxides are formed. Okay, students. Sodium and potassium are very reactive metals. Okay, sodium metals combines with oxygen in the air even at room temperature and forms sodium oxide. So if you remember, I have told you before also some time that yes, sodium we are keeping it in kerosene so that its direct contact with the air is broken, because at room temperature also sodium, it reacts with oxygen, and what is formed students? Sodium oxide is formed. You can see the reaction it is given. 4Na solid plus O2 gas will give you 2Na2O. Okay, it is just for balancing the reaction. 2Na2O you are getting. Okay student, that is sodium oxide is formed. Yes, now on explosion of air, sodium readily catches fire. Okay, and it may catch fire also. Therefore, to prevent accident in the laboratory or elsewhere, it is kept in kerosene. Okay, remember students, if it is asked for give reason why sodium is kept under kerosene, you are going to write as it readily reacts with the air. Okay, you will write the reaction. Tell that as it is readily forming sodium oxide which is catching fire, hence to prevent any of the accidents, it is kept under kerosene. Okay, oxides of some metals are soluble in water. They react with water to form alkali. Okay, so you can see here Na2O plus H2O. If we react that sodium oxide with water, if we keep it in water, it will form sodium hydroxide, 2NaOH. Okay students, now we know that magnesium oxide is formed. Yes, now you have learned this reaction, right? Magnesium oxide is formed on burning magnesium ribbon in the air. Yes, you know this reaction. Magnesium oxide reacts with water to form an alkali, again called magnesium hydroxide. Okay, why we are calling them as alkali? Yes students, you have an alkali of NaOH and here you are getting that is MgOH twice. Okay, they are all alkalis. You have studied the classification of acids, bases, and in that you have studied the alkali also. Okay, so 2Mg, here first magnesium reacts with oxygen O2, you will get MgO, that is magnesium oxide. And when magnesium oxide, you can see plus H2O will give you formation of MgOH twice. Okay students, I hope the reaction is clear to you. First magnesium will react with oxygen, form magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, if we keep it or react with water, it will form magnesium hydroxide, which is an alkali. Okay, now B part we will see. Now the first A part we have seen reaction with the oxygen. Now we will see reaction of the metals with water. Okay, does the metals react with water? We will see. Now you need to do this experiment where you are going to require beakers, chemicals, you are going to require samples of various metals we will take. Important note, sodium metal should not be taken, as we have seen it is highly reactive. Okay, so we will not take sodium, and water you will require. Procedure, drop a piece of each of the metal in the separate beakers filled with cold water. Okay, in cold water we are going to keep that. Okay, now which metal reacts with water? We are going to find out. Which metal floats on water? Why? That we are going to find out. Prepare a table with the reference of the above procedure and note down your observations. So we are going to note it down. You can see how you are going to keep it. You can see here the metal sample. It is written here. Okay. Here glass will soaked in water. Something is heated. Okay. Here see formation of hydrogen gas also you can see. Yes, when I have kept hydrogen gases passing from this tube, can you see it is passing through this tube, and then you can see it is coming out from here in the test tube, which is inverted. Okay, so we will see, means we have understood that in this experiment which gas will be formed, student? Hydrogen. Okay, we will see that. Now first one, if we take calcium, calcium reacts with water slowly, okay, and less vigorously. The hydrogen gas released in this reaction, see students, only we saw hydrogen gas is going to be released. Okay, so the hydrogen gas released in this reaction collects on the surface of the metal in the form of bubbles. Okay, and the metal floats on water. Okay, so if you take calcium, then you will see that this calcium metal, it will float on the water. So hydrogen gas released in this reaction collects on the surface of the metal, okay, in the form of the bubbles, and the metal floats on the water. So 2Ca plus 2H2O will give you formation of 2CaOH twice. Okay, calcium hydroxide plus H2 gas will be evolved. Okay students, now we will see the next. Second, the metals aluminium, iron and zinc do not react with cold or hot water. Now this elements, they will not react with cold also or hot water also. Okay, but they react with steam, okay, to form their oxides. Hydrogen gas is released in this reaction again. Okay, so you can see these reactions are important, you have to learn them by heart. Okay, first if you can do it on your own, you have to learn them by heart. Okay, so 2Al, okay, aluminium I am taking, plus 3H2O, you are going to get Al2O3, aluminium, okay, aluminium oxides you are going to get, plus 3H2, okay, 3Fe plus 4H2O, you are going to get Fe3O4 plus 4H2. So everywhere you are going to see that hydrogen gas is released. Zn plus H2O gives you ZnO plus H2. Okay, so you are going to remember, when the metals react with the water, they are going to give out hydrogen gas. Okay, at least if you remember, byproducts whatever you are going to get. Okay, hydrogen is a byproduct here. Your products what are formed here are the oxides. Okay, but byproduct is also important. Hydrogen gas is evolved, which can be used for any other chemical reactions. Okay student, I hope till here it's clear. Okay, we'll proceed further. C part, the reaction of metals with acids. Now we will see how the metals reacts with acids. In the earlier chapter, we have looked into a reaction of metals with acids. So you have seen it. All, yes, are all the metals equally reactive? We'll see. When samples of aluminium, magnesium, iron or zinc are treated with dilute sulfuric or hydrochloric acid, yes, what is happening? Sulfate or chloride salts of metals are formed. Okay, student, if you take sulfuric acid, sulfates you will get. If you take hydrochloric acid, chloride salts will be formed. Hydrogen gas is liberated. Again, in this reaction, you will see that hydrogen gas is liberated, but along with a sulfate and a chloride salt is there. Okay, the reactivity of the metals can be indicated by the following sequence. So, reactivity is different. Magnesium more, aluminium then zinc, and then iron. Okay, if you see the series of the reaction of the metals. Okay, so it is different. Now, reaction of metals with dilute acids, you can see like this we are going to have it, and we can check it. The whatever hydrogen gas is released, see there candle is used there to check which type of gas is coming. So hydrogen gas burning with crackling noise you will get. Okay, candle I am holding. Okay, you have soap solution is there, so bubbles are there, bubbles are coming out, bubbles of hydrogen gas is there. Inside you can see in the test tube you have zinc plus HCl. Okay, and it is going to form the hydrogen gas as I told you. And what it can form? Zinc chloride it will form. Okay, hydrogen gas plus zinc chloride. Okay, student, as we have seen, chlorides or sulfates will be formed salts. Okay, so zinc chloride salt will be formed. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, students, now we'll proceed further. See here, now there are the different metals which are given here, which are reacting with HCl. Okay, so if you take Mg, all these reactions you have to study in this chapter, students. Important is the reaction. Okay, Mg, magnesium, when it reacts with HCl to HCl, you're going to get MgCl2 plus H2 gas. Okay, then 2Al plus 6HCl, you're going to get 2AlCl3 plus 3H2. Okay, it then next is the iron. Iron reacts with HCl, gives you FeCl2 plus H2. Okay, same way if you see the last one, you have got Zn plus HCl, gives you ZnCl2 plus H2. Okay, students, I hope all the reactions you will write and practice. Don't just learn them, you write them, practice the balancing, then only you will be able to solve them. Okay, students, I hope till here everything is clear to you. Okay, now these reactions you have to study. Write in the science notebook, keep on writing and make it practice. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's session, which we started with the metallurgy. So today we studied about the chemical properties of the metals. Yes, we saw in that reactions of metals you saw, with oxygen you saw, with water you saw, and with acids you saw. Yes, metals react with oxygen also. Okay, oxide, metal oxides are formed when it is reacting with water. Not all elements react with water, some react with the steam, you will remember this. Yes, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Yes, acids you saw HCl and sulfuric acid. If sulfuric acid is there, sulfide salts, hydrochloric acid, chloride salts will be formed along with the liberation of the H2 gas. Okay, students, I hope whatever part we studied today, reactions especially, you will write and practice them. Don't just learn by heart them, you will be not able to write them in the exam. Please keep a writing practice. Okay, they might give the question as complete the following reaction, and they may give you the option. It may come in MCQ, or they can ask you to complete the reaction itself. Okay, and identify the product. They can ask you like that. Okay, so you should be knowing the reaction. Okay, students, I hope whatever metallurgy part we started today, you have understood. We'll meet in the next presentation. Take care. Saira.